I bow to beloved Gurudev, Sri Guruji, and all masters of the lineage, all masters of world religions, of all times and places, and master of the creation. I bow to all of you, remembering the divine presence of the divinity within. I bow to all people of all places of the world, the mankind, for their lovely life, lovely presence in this planet, and for the lovely creation and the human civilization moving on. Karma is associated with the creation. No karma, no creation. No karma, no civilization. No karma, no life. No karma, no evolution, leading to self-realization. Karma is essential. Karma is very essential for every human being living in this part or that part of the globe. Karma, every human being is undertaking karma, making karma, earning karma, every moment. No moment is lost without accruing some kind of karma or the other. Karma is a part of our life and living. That is why Sri Guruji has written a very beautiful book, The Law of Karma. The Law of Karma. Can you see it? The book, Law of Karma. I consider this English book of Sri Guruji as a Karma Upanishad in English literature. Every one of us should read it. Not only Kriyavans, but every human being who has the right to read English, who has the capability to understand English, should read it. And efforts should be made by learned men here and there for translation, for entering into various local and regional languages for the benefit of the mankind. Many people at many places, they talk of karma, but the way very lucidly it is explained in this book is really demanding our attention, either for reading for fun or reading for a better understanding. I would recommend the reading of this book, The Law of Karma. The law of karma is an important law of the universe. Without this law, the universe, the creation, cannot continue. And this civilization, I mean the wheel of civilization, its movement rests on this law of karma. Happiness, unhappiness, prosperity or poverty in our life, in our society, in our national life, depends on this law of karma. Unless the law of karma is understood properly, We cannot regulate our daily life. We cannot regulate our social life. We cannot regulate our national life. I wish if I were an authority in the world, I mean a political authority or a legislative authority, I could have recommended the law of karma to be read by all leaders, all legislators everywhere, poets, philosophers, lawyers, scientists, everybody everywhere. But this could give us the knowledge, could give us an awareness to understand how silently the law of karma is remotely controlling our life, our future, our destiny, and thereby the destiny of the nation and the destiny of the world. Such an important thing. Should we not learn about it? Law of karma. Very recently, I mean yesterday, Lord Sri Jagannath had a very beautiful holy bath. And following the holy bath, he falls ill. Every year this happens. And he takes medicines. This episode from the life of Lord Jagannath teaches us to understand the law of karma. We have to make karma as an investment in the life, for better life, for better future, for better welfare, for better or rapid progression in the direction of self-realization. Investment of karma. We make investment of wealth in the bank, stock exchange, various kinds of financial institutes, industry, trade, commerce, agriculture, but not. We love investment because that will give us financial prosperity, more security, more financial security, so that our future will be materially well off. Karma. But karma, from the other point of view, is a beautiful investment. How to have a better life and a better future. Anything that we do, anything that we say, anything that we execute, they become a part of karma. Sri Guruji says there are three forms of karma. Kaika karma, physical karma, physical action. Vachika karma, verbal karma, verbal action. Third, manasika karma, the mental karma executed through thoughts, through thinking, through the play of ideas in the mind. This is karma in action. This karma in action leads to karma in result. Action leading to fruits, results. This karma in action and karma in result. Karma in result has also three categories. Kriyamana, Sanchita, and Prarabdha. From the very beginning that we land on earth, we start our karma. We cry. We play with the mother, play with the family members. Then out of the family, when you go out of the family, step outside, we play with the world, play with the friends, play. And through this play, we also do karmas. Breathing is a karma, is a beautiful karma. When regulated, it is a yogic karma. This karma we do, we undertake, we act upon with the help of the body, with the help of the mind, with the help of the five sense organs, with the help of the intellect. These are the mediums, tools of action. And this particular process of action is also further regulated by our willpower for prayer, for meditation, for practice of yoga, for pursuit of higher goals in life, self-realization. Reading a book, a good book, a scripture, a holy book, a good story book is a karma. And reading a bad book is also a karma. One is a good karma, the other is a bad karma. When you think of the sanchita, all the kriyaman karmas, whatever that we consume in the life, in this life, which is very little, a very little proportion, the rest are transferred to the storehouse, that is sanchita. You think of the first batch of men and women, first batch of population on earth. They were bereft of karma. Their storehouse of karma was clean, completely clean. But in that past life itself, with the help of the sense organs, with the help of the mind and the like, men and women started doing many karmas. Karmas, good karmas, karmas, bad karmas. And they were accordingly deposited in the various selves of the archive of chitta. Mana, mind, buddhi, intellect, ahankar, ego, chitta, the storehouse of the karma. These four inner instruments. Of these four inner instruments, this chitta, the storehouse of our good karma and bad karma, accompanies men and women, all human beings, life after life. One life, one body, but not one mind. Same mind, the old mind. One day Sri Guruji was telling us, who is powerful, body or the mind? He explained, this body will be of 1 century, 100 years. Maybe less, maybe a little more. But the mind has more years of experience, more years and more lives of memory. It is more stronger than the body itself. Because of its past lives, many past lives, memories. This chitta, this quantum memory, keeps all that we have said, keeps the impressions of all that we have done, all thought, all said, all are there. When one thought is recurring and we work upon that thought very rapidly, very aggressively, that thought becomes an invincible karma, not easy to be erased off. Karma, as such, left to itself, is highly invincible, quite indomitable. We'll deal with, toward the end part, how this karma could be checked, contained, or eliminated. So the sanchita is the storehouse, the godown, where all kinds of karmas are deposited. If man, ordinary men and women like we, can have that power to have an access to the various archives where good karmas and bad karmas are in store, it will be very alarming. It will alarm us. It will definitely unnerve us. Oh, such a store. Millions of years of karma. Millions of years of karma. Who knows how many times myself or yourself have visited this earth? How many times? None of us can make a guess of it. Many, many, many numbers of time we have visited this earth and have made a larger investment of the karma, which we have to face, which we have to experience, which we have to enjoy. Sanchita. The savings bank's account in an ordinary bank, I mean financial term, banking system, there might be some miscalculation, wrong calculation. But as regards sanchita, the World Bank of records, World Bank of these records of the karma are so neat and clean, there cannot be misuse of it, and there cannot be a loss of it. Computer failing, banking accounting system may fail, but the karma computer is so beautiful, so enduring, so fault-free, that it can keep in its memory all karmas, good karmas and bad karmas. That's sanchita. That baggage, that karma load, any man and woman, any practitioner of yoga, under the guidance of the masters, teachers, can have a right, can have an opportunity to gradually clean this particular chitta box of the karma, unloading the karma in an ordinary way, to enjoy it, to experience it, to consume it. But through yogic practice, we can consume them, eliminate them. Some of them can be destroyed. We'll discuss in the course of our, say, discourses about the Sri Yogananda's Kriya Calculus. He has given a prescription. If we follow that prescription, in this lifetime itself, within some number of years, we can clean our chitta and bring an end to this life journey. And we can, through the gateway of samadhi, enter the new world of spiritual evolution, where again the real yogas will start. In the language of Sri Yukteswarji, yoga starts after samadhi. Anyway, nothing to feel nervous. Sri Guruji says, man must be optimistic in its approach, attitude. I am to evaluate, I am to assess, I am to examine my nature of thinking. Because this nature of thinking is very important. This nature of thinking leads to nature of working. And this nature of working leads to nature of earning karmas. Further, leading to the deposits in the chitta, the box of the karmas, sanchita. Then comes prarabdha. Of all the three, the prarabdha is a very beautiful thing. We have no control over the prarabdha ordinarily. Very rare cases. Realized masters, their help, our practice. Very rare occasions are there where we may be able to control our prarabdha. Ordinarily, prarabdha is to be accepted. So what is that prarabdha? A small part, a small fraction of the sanchita, the accumulated karma. Very small part that helps us to take a new life. We are born to a new region, born to a faith and following, born to a new race and a language, born to a family, father and mother, and born with a gender, as a man or a woman, born with some, say, deformities in the body and the mind, the brain, born with handsome complexion, handsome physical shape, or the otherwise, born with silver spoon of fortune, or the otherwise, prarabdha. But the prarabdha, this particular fraction of the total accumulated karmas falling down along with her birth, it's a process of deliverance, but it cannot restrict us. This prarabdha cannot, under no accounts, restrict the human being from further evolution. You might have heard about the life story of a very historic warrior, a great charity during the time of Mahabharata, Karna. She was born to a warrior's family, but because the mother, under certain compelling circumstances, abandoned the child, left the child to its circumstances and the destiny. And the child, when grows, not being allowed to avail of equal opportunity in life, rebels, aggressively rebels, and he pronounces, Devayatta kule janama, madayatta cha paurusa. It's all right, I'm born to a family, low or high, born to the parents, that's all right. But I am not to be restricted thereof. I have the capacity. I have the intellectual abilities. I have the merit to earn something which is called as achievement. I can achieve. Karna was an achiever. To achieve something, to accomplish something, prarabdha, this small fraction of the storehouse of karma, accompanying us at the time of the new journey of a life, cannot restrict, cannot control. Okay, I'm born with this thing. Okay, I'm born blind, but I can see the world by my third eye. I have this deformity from the childhood, doesn't matter. I can show to the world that I can be a beautiful sportsman in a different nature. I am a dwarf, but I can become an achiever like Lal Bahadur Shastri or Napoleon. I can defy the destiny by my works. I can. You can. Every one of us can defy the destiny by following the masters, by following the scriptural ways, by following the holy books, the holy ways. If that is not the case, man will be doomed for all times to come. Yes, I cannot change my family. I cannot change my parents. I cannot change this or that. But I can change the coming life. I can change my future. I can change my system. I cannot change my history, but I can change my future as well. I can bring about a bright future, full of happiness, full of brilliance, full of achievement in my life itself. Prarabdha, Sanchita, and Kriyama. When you think of the three, the most important is Kriyama, the running process of accumulating karma. As I told you, Sri Guruji says, this work, this karma is done through the use of body and mind, sense organs, and the intellect. Let us discuss a little on the four. By the body, physical karma. I commit violence against somebody, an individual or an institution, with the help of my body, with the help of my hands and legs. I commit such violence with the help of my body. If I can regulate my way of behavior, my body cannot be used for bad purposes. My mind instigates me, instigates my hands to stab somebody, to assassinate somebody, to plunder the property of others. It is my mind which instigates me. It is my mind which inspires me to commit corruption, crime, and conspiracy. It's the mind. Mind is the master. This master sometimes misbehaves, sometimes well behaves. When the master behaves well, this mind, then it becomes mastermind, helps us to move in the direction of divinity, goodness, good things, good purposes. But when the mind becomes a Macbeth, it helps us to move in the which way? The criminal way, the corrupt way. So I am to think how to make my mind free of these things, free of these bad thoughts, bad desires. Since desire is at the root of all kinds of activity, all kinds of actions, this desire is to be controlled. We are all not rishis and munis. We are not greater monks, realized monks, that we can cry, oh mind, oh thought process, halt. That we cannot do. Through yoga and practice, we may, yes, make this process little bit beautiful, little bit slow, sometimes eliminating some of the bad thoughts, but completely we cannot erase the thoughts. Thinking process will continue. But how to regulate it? Through pranayama, through prayer, through persistent efforts of yoga under the guidance of the master, we can regulate the thinking process. One day Sri Guruji was telling us that through Sahasrara, the thoughts fall down, words fall down, and the pair of eyes, the inner pair of eyes, they select which words to be used in the sentence to be pronounced. And such stuff is further filtered, cleaned in the filter box of the throat, Visuddha Chakra. Then such purified thoughts forming the shape of purer form of words, then they come away through the two lips to the world. Such words are divine. Such words are pure. Such words are comforting. Such words are really rational, reasonable, and truthful. Very comforting. But in a split second, this poor process of expression is to be judged. Highly impossible for ordinary men like me and you. I don't know you, I'm telling you, I better say myself. For me as an ordinary man, this is not so easy. But Sri Guruji is able to see the entire process. Thoughts germinating, falling down, taking the form of words, pair of inner eyes, screening them, throat filtering them. Then such words spew forth, come out through the lips. Wonderful. So if that should be our ultimate goal, we should practice yoga under his guidance and reach such a stage where this will be not an impossible thing in future, in this lifetime. Then our control over the Kriyamana will be complete. Thinking process, embellished with this desire, that desire. 5 sense organs are there to foment such desires. One desire attained, all right, a timely pleasure, a timely satisfaction. Not attained, discontentment, frustration, whatnot, anxiety, and whatnot, tyranny of the thoughts. We have to fight this tyranny of thoughts. And this tyranny of thoughts, because of an unnecessary, unwanted flow of desires in the mind itself. This flow of thoughts are in fact embellished by, created by, formulated by the desires. That is why Buddha, if I just press the entire philosophy of Buddha and squeeze it to one drop of the essence, only 2 words, desire, desirelessness. If you at all have to desire, desirelessness, no thoughts. A stage of thinking where no thoughts, no thinking at all. And that is the stage we have to reach one day. But apart from this loftiest, say, objective, in our daily life, we can screen our thinking process, find out which is good for the society, which is not good for the society. If we understand the 5 principles of Yama, the 5 principles for social welfare, Yama, what are they? Truth, Satya, Ahimsa, non-violence, Brahmacharya, celibacy, Asteya, non-stealing, Aparigraha, not possessing anything beyond the point of necessity. If we follow these 5 principles, thinking process can be controlled to a greater extent. And intellect will be very brilliant in our life to administer a tone of condemnation, a warning, don't go for that, don't go for that action, don't go for that expression, don't go for that accumulation. Intellect, where mind becomes stronger than the intellect. sense organs become stronger than the intellect, or conscience, mind has a free hand to play. And that way, life becomes a battleground for the karma to take over us. On the other hand, I am to take over the battleground, take over the karmas. I am to make them good, not a slave of the karmas, but a master of the karmas. Sri Guruji gives an example of a seed or a sapling. If I put a seed into the soil, that seed receiving the appropriate soil condition, warmth, water, air, and also the atmosphere, it will germinate and grow upwards. It will grow upwards. And one day it will become a tree and it will give us pranam in accordance with the seasonal commands, fruits and flowers, flowers and fruits. And flowers and fruits must be necessarily that seed related. A mango sapling becoming a mango tree cannot give us in the summer season of the mango harvest, cannot give us a harvest of guavas or plantain. It has to give us mangoes and mangoes alone. He says that if you can understand this seed sapling and the tree and the harvest situation, you can understand this karma seed. The karma seed. If the karma seed is bad, if the karma seed is poisonous, at appropriate time in future of this life or in the future lives, in the latter successive lives, not necessarily just the next life, in latter successive life, receiving appropriate time and environment, it will manifest. It will take us unawares. We cannot understand how and why for this karma has led me to this kind of things. If man could have that knowledge to correlate between the past karma and the present crisis, man will become a noble man within a second of the hour, within a twinkle of an eye. But God has not given that quality ordinarily. That quality we have to acquire through yoga, through prayer, through meditation, under the guidance of the realized masters. That is the case. Under no circumstances we can bypass this karma arrangement. No, we cannot. Only taking recourse to yoga, we may bypass this particular karmic arrangement of life. Otherwise, we are prisoners of the karmic system. The load, the karmic load is so huge, unless we make an honest attempt, yogic attempt, prayerful attempt, truthful attempt, it may not be possible to diminish them. This karma seed, Sri Guruji explains it in giving another example. He says, suppose you have 100 grams of seeds, divide them equally. 50 grams of seed, put into a glass and pour some water into it. The rest, fry them in the pan, keep it in a small pot. Next, one day or something like that, after, throw this particular seed now kept in the water in a glass to the soil. You'll find within some days they will germinate and they grow. But when you throw these fried seeds to a neighboring plot of the, say, garden, they will never grow, they will never germinate. Because the prana within the seed, they burn to ashes. They burn. Therefore, Sri Guruji says, time has come. We are all educated people. We must become enlightened. Education leading to enlightenment, leading to proper action in life. We are to burn such karma seeds through gain of new awareness, new understanding of the law of karma, both theory and science involved. Fire of knowledge can burn such seeds in such a virulent way. Such seeds will become useless and cannot make our future life, say, painful, unhappy, and full of sadness and sorrows. To make life bereft of pain, bereft of sadness and sorrows, tragedies, we have to burn such seeds to the fire of knowledge. And this fire of knowledge cannot come reading holy books, scriptures, Upanishads with the help of the dictionary. This fire of knowledge will grow within with the blessings of the masters by following their teachings, their interpretations, their explanations, their narrations, fire of the knowledge. Therefore, we say, beloved Gurudev is not merely the sunshine of our life, but he is the sunrise of wisdom within. This sunrise of wisdom within can make us more growing and glowful to deal with this karma. Today, this much of introduction. Simply I will add one thing. Wherever I have gone in India and met ordinary, uneducated, common mass, I have found they have a tremendous faith in karma. Oh, this tragedy is because of the karma. This is karma phala. This is the result of my karma of the past. They say it so easily, effortlessly, even though their understanding of the karma may not be that deep, may not be that scientific and authentic. But the common essence of the theory that I'm enjoying the result of my past karma is understood by many people at many places, regardless of their level of understanding, level of intellectual attainment. That speaks of an inheritance of the knowledge. They have inherited this knowledge, this national collective knowledge, national cultural outlook, national civilizational outlook through ages, handed over from the parents to children and accordingly. And now, world is very much interested with the law of karma. Karma has found a place of primacy in the dictionaries, English dictionaries, English vocabularies. It is understood by many Western and Eastern intellectuals. Karma. That is why Sri Guruji has written this book to make everybody everywhere conscious of the working of the karma. Karma that is working silently. And karma is engulfing us like a silent python Unless we are careful, we will be lost in its grip. The grip of such a python can be battled with if fire of knowledge can be regenerated in our hearts, and thereby making us a real, spiritual, truthful, honest, and brilliant, beautiful warriors in the battlefield of karma. That is life, that is creation. Thank you. God bless you all. We'll continue. I once again bow to all of you, lovers of karma, lovers of kriya. Let us, through our efforts, let us create a new civilization, a new world hereafter. May gods and gurus shower choicest blessings on each one of us. Thank you. Guru bless you.